diowave.com. So this video is going over some of our used inventory. We actually have used and new of the latest Diowave 30-watt laser. The L stands for light. Believe it or not, pretty funny name. Anyways, so I'm going to show you in a minute a video of me walking through the interface on here just to show you kind of how easy it is to use. But before you go scrambling and calling Diowave, know that the distributor I work with, we sell practically every major brand of Class 4. And if you do call some of these companies, or like Diowave, for example, would suggest not using your actual real name or contact info, because we can actually offer much better competitive pricing than their sales reps can. But once you're in their CRM, then our hands are kind of tied at that point. So it's kind of like a first come, first serve with them. So definitely either give them anonymous information or reach out to us firstly. That would be my suggestion. So here's a quick walkthrough. The manufacturer of the current most up-to-date high-powered systems is Dimed, and they used to work with Giga. And Giga Wuhan, as I've said in other videos, very good manufacturer. And Diowave did work with them for a while, but changed for certain reasons, which we can talk about not publicly, but if you reach out to us. Aspen Laser Systems, they're high-powered lasers, which match the same power technically as Diowave's. They are still using Giga, the manufacturer. So definitely, if you want to have a conversation about that with us, we can break that down much more. Anyway, so here's my video going through the interface. What is so interesting and cool, and why I think this is definitely one of the biggest innovations in the laser industry, is you're not just looking at a 30-watt laser. So let me clarify, because it's really poorly done on their website. It's a little confusing. But if you got a 30-watt laser, okay, like this box here with the L, and it says 30, you're thinking, oh, I'm just getting a 30-watt laser, right? But what actually what this means here and with this interface and system is, it's not like buying a 30-watt, let's say Aspen Pinnacle, and then you just have your 30. There's an option here to actually pay for 15. Okay, and with that 15, you actually have the ability to pay more money later on, depending on how your ROI is, right, in your business, because you never know, unless you've been doing laser therapy for a while. You can actually upgrade your laser in tiers up into the 20s, then up into the 30s. And so you can actually get your device, pay 15, for the 15-watt, let me clarify that again, and you can actually unlock later on by paying additional money, higher power in your unit. Why is that a good thing? It's very simple. Like if you went over here to Aspen, and we sell used ones of this too, if you're curious. But if you bought, like say a 15 here or a 30-watt Pinnacle, okay, any of these, or let's say you got a Summit 15-watt, for example, all right. What if you wanted later on, you said, hey, things were going well for me, I think I might want maybe a 20 or 30 watts of power now. And congratulations if you're in that situation. But the reality is you're going to have to buy a whole separate new laser. And there's going to be much higher cost to doing so. And you'll also have a whole separate new laser. Now, some of you may be so busy and have assistants you want a second laser. That's fine. And we can always sell you a second laser. But if you just want to kind of trade in the current, or you want to keep and upgrade in power level, not have to get a whole new module, whole new box, pay a lot more money, that is where we actually have something like this that's upgradable inside the module itself. So no other company currently offers that except for Diowave. Look at that. It's that simple. You're selecting power levels. But to get access to the full range of power, depending on what you paid for, they'll give you a code, basically, that you can input into this device. That's the handpiece. You selected your power level for treatment. That's one way. You got your protocol screen here. It's so easy. You can customize protocols. You start, you stop. This is so easy. One read through the manual. Even if you don't, we always recommend reading the manual, but it's easy enough to figure out even without it. Emergency stop function. You have a little key on the side that you use to actually also turn it on as well, extra safety feature there. But if you have questions about this upgradable, if I wasn't clear enough in my video about what that's all about, that's fine, and I apologize. Just reach out to me or my distributor, Michael Berman, who I work with. And here's our direct line right here on comparelasers.com. And the last piece of this is of course, you may say, hey, this is really cool. I'm really interested in this new Diowave that is upgradable down the road. But how does this actually compare to K-Laser? How does this actually compare to the Thor that I'm looking at or the new Aspen system? And is that going to be the best option for me for my specific clinic, my practice, or the types of patients or therapies that I'm trying to do? So we actually walk people through that. You can just quickly, you even have to fill out the comparison, but that is helpful to us to let us know what else you're looking at. We do sell other brands. We have sold many for now, probably going on 15 years across the entire United States. So we know what actually does what, how things actually perform in the field. Some of these lasers, not going to name them publicly, the component grade is kind of and the real world results is sometimes they'll need a lot of things replaced within the first year or two with some heavy usage. Some of these lasers, again, I'll tell you in private, but you shouldn't use at the max treatment power level for most of your sessions. Otherwise, you'll burn out the diode, or you have some diode diminishment later in the day. So there's a lot that you learn out in the field that sales reps, if you call up these companies, they're not necessarily going to tell you about. So we've worked with all the companies. We have no problem being honest about any of these companies and telling you what's what. Because at the end of the day, we just want to make sure you find the right laser. You find that, hey, if this one's not going to work out for you, we have a satisfaction guarantee we stand behind. We'll take this laser back. No questions asked. So long as you're actually using it appropriately, we've trained you appropriately, we've given you good support. But again, we're the only ones that offer that satisfaction guarantee. So if you have more questions about this upgradable sort of concept here, which I think is really ingenious, especially for those just starting out doing laser therapy and offering it for the first time, then feel free to reach out to me. And of course, you can reach out to me on YouTube as well, with contact information below in the description. You're welcome to leave your comments as well if you have some questions there that we can help you with. Anyways, thanks for watching.